Hi, meet Frankie. Frankie met Mo and fell in love. Little did they know, more joy was on the way. Lexi was born.
And Kai!
This is our love story. Welcome to AlphaBeta. It's more than just family.
Hi everybody, welcome back to AlphaBeta. Hi guys, it's so good to be doing another session with you.
What the hell are you on about?
I'm trying to just irritate Frankie. Hi guys, following our last week's video, I figured there's so much information that I could share with you, and so I've decided to do more educational vlogs whereby I can be teaching you a thing or two about everything I know, mostly about motherhood. There's this question I get a lot in my Instagram DMs. Most important things you have to get when you're getting a newborn, and the useless things I personally got and I see a lot of parents getting. Disclaimer, this video may differ or rather may not be agreeable to everyone. Every parent has their own style of doing things. Everyone can afford different things. I'm speaking from my own experience. So also feel free to include what you feel like is a must-have for a new parent and what you feel like you yourself bought and was useless, or spent so much money and it's been sitting there or was never used by your kid. Diapers. Please make sure you do your research on the diapers that will not be irritable to your newborn, meaning that you have to go for high quality diapers at least the first 3 months of their lives, because their skin is very sensitive. Then there's this thing parents do. You buy diapers in a certain size. It's always a size. There's this size, I think 1 for preemies are premature babies. Then there's a size 2 for small newborns who are below 3 kgs. Then there's the newborn, which is between 3 kgs to 6 kgs, which is size 3, and then they go on. If you're going to have, for instance, a baby shower, or if you're going to buy your own items, make sure that you buy from size 3, a lot of diapers from size 3. Newborns grow so fast, you won't even believe it. Our youngest one, Kai, almost got us at size 2, then before you knew it he was on size 3. Right now he's on size 4. Most 7-month-olds are still in size 3 or size 3. So it's good to go bigger. Second thing is blankets. Now, when I was giving birth to Kai, I knew I was going to give birth to him when it's very cold. That is in the month of June. So between June and August, September, I knew it was going to be a cold month. So even when my friends were asking me, what do you want? You know what I asked for? Blankets. And I don't regret, because first of all, you'll need these blankets, and the blankets need to be washed as frequently as possible. And because it's a cold season, so they don't dry as fast unless you have a dryer at home. So I was sorted for a good 3 to 4 months, and still to this day I've put them aside. I'm sure by the time the next cold season is coming, the blankets will still be there, big and all that, yeah. And also the blankets can vary in sizes. You see this is folded into 4. This used to be Lexi's, and I still use it till this day. I can still use it on Kai and also on Lexi. Size is everything. Go for blankets that can do a cover up, yeah. And then also try buy gender sensitive blankets. That is, if you're, I just find them cuter. If I knew earlier, before I was buying stuff for Lexi, and I do it with Kai now, I go for neutral colors, the reds, the yellows, which can go for either sexes. Hats and mittens and socks, because newborns tend to lose a lot of body heat through their heads, through their hands, and through their feet, but also their necks. That's why you can also get a material bib, which will cover the neck if the outfit is not covering the neck. Now, with bibs, you can get just the little small ones for a newborn, because newborns are ideally very clean. from 6 months going on is when you will need every kind of bib that covers the inside, which has a nylon or a plastic cover from the inside, because every time they feed they need a bib, every time they feed they need a bib. So let me also throw in their bab cloths, whereby, well, most of them are useless by the way, but if you have clothes laying around somewhere, it's important because newborns burp all the time. They burp. Burp is like a puke for newborns. You have to have those items because, oh, and another thing with the mittens, make sure, I had a mitten that, I don't know why I took it. I wanted to show you guys, make sure if you get a mitten, it's super elastic, not too tight, but at the same time it holds a baby's hand, because they tend to come off. They do this a lot when they are newborns. If you don't have mittens, don't panic. You can use socks. Socks even fit better, you see? They fit better, and then you can use them onwards. I mean, after they are long and done. And most babies don't wear mittens after 3 months for some reason. From my experience, they don't want anything in their hands, and it's also important for babies' hands to be free, so that later on they can learn how to feel texture of different items. With the hats, make sure you get just light cotton hats. Don't get anything with fur. I made that mistake with Lexi, and also because the baby's nose can be very sensitive, get cotton breathable hats. They don't have to be heavy, they don't have to be woolen, because also babies tend to sweat a lot. But you see, with cotton hats, they're breathable, and at the same time they're covering them well enough to prevent the cold. All right. Yeah, here are the bibs. Oh, mittens. You see, like this elastic, yeah, this is perfect. I don't know if you guys can see that, although this is big, it kept falling off. Yeah, don't get anything without this elastic band. Don't get it. It will come off. You spend the first 3 months of your life, of the baby's life, fixing them. Bottles come with sterilizer. You have to get sterilizer tablets, or you find a way to sterilize babies' items. Babies' items have to be sterilized all the time because babies are sensitive. Why am I saying bottles? I'm saying bottles because you're not gonna be with your newborn 24/7. At some point you will need to leave the house and leave the baby, so you have to introduce to them bottles. My personal favorite is called Lancino. I'm saying this slowly because I don't want people to ask, oh, what did you say? Lancino. Lancino is my favorite because the nipple tends to mimic mommy's nipple. Yes. Bottle washer, you know, the big one, because sometimes when you put the milk, you're unable to put, your 2 fingers might not reach the bottom.
Your 2 fingers might not reach the bottom.
So you have to get the brush. I wish I had it with me, but it looks like a spiky brush, and then at the top it has a sponge. Those ones you can get them in any baby shops. Backup formula. Listen to me very carefully. If you get backup formula, this is not a guarantee that your child is going to take the formula, but there are times that you don't have milk, and for sure, and I don't know who will disagree with me, but this is again from my experience, your baby might need that one tiny, you know, just one tiny bottle to just let them settle as your milk or your nipples are organizing themselves. At the same time, it's also very important to note that once you open a can of formula, it shouldn't stay for longer than 4 weeks without use. If it stays for longer than 4 weeks, it might get contaminated. It's not safe for babies' use. Just saying. So by the 4th week, you see it's not going the way it's supposed to go. You know what do? Give it away. Or rather, by the 3rd week and you know the baby's fine with the breast milk, just give it away. So, thermometer is very important because there's no any other way you know baby's temperature, and it's always good to keep checking baby's temperature. I think, then again, do your research on the internet. Ask your doctor when a temperature is high enough to be referred to as a fever, because a fever can get so bad it goes to a conversion, and that means maybe the baby has an infection that they're trying to fight. Teach anyone in the house to use that thermometer. Teach your nanny, teach anyone who you leave the baby with all the time, so that if there's something that looks like it's off, first thing you need to check is the temperature. That's the thing with babies. The only way you can know how sick they are is by checking the temperature. Yeah, everyone in my household knows that. Always have a painkiller. There's the infant Panadol, which is very, very good. This, in case there's a fever, a baby can be given the 2.5 ml or 5 ml. Call your doctor, call a pediatrician, call any doctor just to confirm. That one settles the fever so nicely before you have to go see a doctor the following day. Nail cutter is something small, but it's very important. Babies' nails grow so fast. Within 3 to 5 days, they're already out there, like ready to scratch the heck out of your face, their faces, their brothers or their sisters' faces. Babies' nails are dangerous. They're like paper thin and paper sharp things. Or somewhere a baby can be entertained and soothed at the same time. This swing helped me so much because I could take baby with me everywhere when he's awake. At the same time, he was getting entertained. So, and it's actually either a swing or a rocker. You know, the one you put the baby, it's like a baby seat, but it rocks. Some are very sophisticated, including a Mamaroo. Mamaroo is, you know, the one you put the baby on the belly and it rocks the baby like this. So I couldn't afford a Mamaroo, but you know, you can buy a Mamaroo if you like, but I will warn you, you won't use that thing, which costs I think almost $300. That is like 30,000 shillings for longer than 3 or 4 months. Yes, but the good thing with a rocker and a swing is that you can use it for longer, because at some point it transforms into an infant seat. You know, it goes on and on like that. Another very useful thing I found is a feeding pillow. Babe, baby, a baby pillow.
Yeah.
Can you show me for one quick minute?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. No. The other one. Oh, it's okay. You know, like the donut, half donut pillow, it's so useful because when a baby is young, very, very young, they're so small. And sometimes when they're down here, you don't want to keep holding them up so that they can reach your breast. So you can have that pillow to put under, you know, your arm. If you don't have that pillow, which I'm sure by now a lot of you know what I'm talking about, you can use a normal pillow to put your baby here and breastfeed it. The good thing with that pillow also is that it can be used as a support later on when the baby is learning how to sit. Personally, I really love it. Recently when Kai was trying to sit, you can put it behind him, or sometimes you can put him at the edge and then put it in front of him. So even if he's falling, he doesn't get to fall. It's really amazing. You can even use it as your own pillow when you're trying to rest your head. I took mine to the hospital and it came in handy so much. It looks like half a donut pillow. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. And then another thing which I didn't get with Lexi, but I've gotten it with Kai, is a pick and go playpen, whereby you have this playpen and you can collapse it and carry it with you anywhere. Literally, you can leave town with it because you compress it into something small and then it can be, you know, turned into a playpen. This playpen is so amazing because you can even get a mattress in, and you can use it as a cot for up to 2 years if you know, you can afford the bigger cot. Personally, I'm really loving it because I can move it around the house. Even during the day, you can use it as a you know, a daytime bed. Later on, when the kids are older, you can remove everything and you're just left with a pen, and you can throw balls in there and they can play in there. It's quite amazing. But the best part is how easy it is to just collapse it and then take it to the next room or anywhere you want and then put it back. and then it comes with like a mosquito net. So fantastic. I discovered that recently. Best thing yet. Baby walker. Baby walker, for me, I've used it with Lexi. I just started using it with Kai literally a few days ago, and a lot of people might not agree with the baby walker, but I'll tell you this: as long as you're incorporating it with helping your baby walk, helping your baby pull him or herself up. If you look at our sitting room, for the longest time we don't have a table. We put it in the store because we like the living room being an open space. On the floor, that's where he'll learn how to crawl, he'll learn how to pull himself on the seat. Before you know it, he's already walking. I think that tops the list of the things that you can have with a newborn. The list is endless. At the same time, for me, that's what worked the best for me. I'm sure I'm leaving out so much, and as time goes by and I remember, I will definitely do another video just recapping properly what I feel like you need as a new mom. If anyone has anything else to add, feel free to do so in the comment section. I'm going to quickly go through the ones I found absolutely useless. One is a bottle warmer. Oh my god, you know those flasks that have insulation inside? They can't keep anything warm for even 2 seconds. Newborn clothes, you know, like the 0 to 3, and also newborn walkers, that the cute little shoes. Useless. If you want to buy, definitely you can buy from size 2 onwards. That's from 6 months onwards, when they learn how to walk and when you can show them off now when they're wearing normal clothes, because newborns are always having onesies. Yeah, so they outgrow the clothes so quickly. Before you know it, you're looking at the clothes like, whoa, he never touched this, he never wore that. Moses basket. Moses basket, the little beds. A lot of parents tend to buy those. They are good, but the baby will never use that bed for longer than 3 or 4 months, because some babies are big. Like my baby is big. We put him in the Moses basket. Before you know it, he had already outgrown it. He can't even sleep there anymore. It's not comfortable. Wipes warmer is absolutely very useless. It doesn't warm the wipes as quickly as you want it to. But you can always get or keep a flask of hot water next to your bed or wherever you are. Pour it in a nice basin, put in whatever you need to put in, and then squeeze and wipe the baby. Then there is excuse me. Then there is the bath thermometer. Let me tell you, even in the most sophisticated times, this here is the best water temperature thermometer that ever existed. Your elbow, this one, the manual is in you. So that makes my short list of the useless things. I will keep sharing with you, but I am lucky to be a second time mom, so I knew exactly what to leave out and what to buy. There were a lot of things I didn't use with Lexi, like there was a stroller and everything. I didn't get it. I mean, I didn't use it on Lexi at any point, but with Kai, it's been so useful. Oh, by the way, and for those moms who drive, a car seat, a good car seat is very important. So do your research, save up, get a good car seat. You can never go anywhere without I mean, if you have a newborn and you don't have a car seat, you're immobile. You can't carry the baby on the laps. You can carry the baby on the carry coat. The carry coat is very risky also, but the carry coat is amazing when you're out and about. So again, if there's anything you feel like I have left out, feel free to share. Let's teach each other. It's not a video for criticism and all that. It's just sharing. There's more I know that I've forgotten, because I mean, it's been a couple of months since I gave birth, but I'll keep sharing with you guys. Also, let me know what else you'd like to see next. I would love to just teach, share everything I know and everything that have been working for me, and the mom hacks and all that. Until next time, AlphaBeta out.